Hello everybody, this is SuperFang99. Before we begin, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. It really helps out the channel. With that out of the way, today we're going to be playing a bit of a standalone. It's kind of a standalone, kind of not a standalone. Obviously, there's two parts to it. It's Fortune and Folly, the most recent standalone product to have come out for the Arkham Horror the card game. I'm going completely blind into this. So I have no idea what to expect. All I know is that there are two parts, and while I was leaving the cards, I did notice that some of them had card suits on them. So that should be cool. I've also heard, just in general, good things about this standalone scenario. Yeah. Without further ado, I guess let's talk about the investigators that I'm bringing. I'm bringing two investigators. I'm bringing Joe Diamond and Wendy Adams. I guess Joe Diamond is investigating some up and comings at this casino, and Wendy actually wants to steal from the casino. Maybe that's the fiction that I'm going with for now. All right, let's talk about our investigators. So yeah, I am going with Joe Diamond. He is the private investigator. He has 2442 in his stats. Sorry about that. He has a hunch deck, and I will talk about that when it gets to it. But basically, he has a separate deck that he can play cards from that have -2 cost. And he has Seeker and Guardian access. And as I said, he has a hunch deck filled with 10 different cards. Or I should say 10 insight cards. So let's talk about his deck, shall we? He's going to be our main fighter. And as such, I've brought a big stick for him. Sorry about the green screen. I had to change some settings. So I'm hoping that... Well, I guess the picture is okay. Let me see if I can do any better. All right, we're back. We're doing this live. I've changed my setup a little bit, so apologies for the interruption. Anyway, so let's talk about Joe Diamond's deck. Here's our main fighter. We're going to be taking some big weapons. So we got some Time Worn brands. By the way, I'm playing in standalone rules with 29 experience, so we will have to generate some weaknesses after this. So we got some Time Worn brands. I'm also bringing Mr. Michael Lee here. He's pretty awesome for Joe, and I feel like he will do very well. I also got some upgraded guard dogs because I like them very much. To go along with them, I got a charisma. Some more small weapons. I got 2 level 1 brand of Cthulhu's. And 2 enchanted blades, just in case. And 2 machetes, just in case, as well. And just in case I want to hold some more hand slots, we got 2 copies of Bandolier. Alright. Find our weapons. We got 2 copies of Prepare for the Worst. 2 copies of Stand Together for some economy. 2 copies of Crack the Case for some more economy. We got 2 copies of Shortcut because it is a good card. 2 copies of Vicious Blow for more damage. 2 copies of Take the Initiative. 2 copies of Steadfast. And 2 copies of Inquiring Mind. And yeah, here's his signature weapon. I don't have any tools, so this is just going to be an extra gun if we need to do it. Alright, then we got our insight, or I should say our hunch deck, which is filled with 10 insights plus his weakness. So for insights, we got Breach the Door, 2 copies of that. 2 copies of Scene of the Crime. 2 copies of Delay the Inevitable. 2 copies of Working a Hunch, very fitting for him, of course. And 2 copies of No Stone Unturned to find some stuff. And there's our weakness. Alright, that is Joe. Let us now go and take a look at Wendy's deck. Wendy's going to be our supporter, evader, and hopefully getting some clues as well. I'm going to bring Wendy through a test at 0 archetype. Let's see how that goes. So here is a old curing level 3 for some cloovering. Here are 2 copies of Flashlight level 3, also good for her if she needs to evade. And here's 2 copies of Gumption. You got Shadow Lights. I am playing with the latest Taboo, so this has been changed to cost an additional 2 XP. If you're wondering if you're and counting along for my 29 XP total. 2 copies of Winging It. I'm also bringing Scavenging because Wendy can pull Scavenging out pretty nicely with these lockpicks. and get some ice picks back, as well as the old keyrings. Got some softeners to pay for it all and to potentially scavenge. Got some cherished keepsakes to hopefully deal with her weakness. Got some guiding spirit. Got a guiding spirit. Yeah, I've never actually played with this card. It gave a book boost, 1 XP. Seems good? We'll find out. And here's a backpack level 2, just because it's good. All right, as for some events, we got some liquid eye founds. We got some luckies. We got 2 resourcefuls to get back anything I have to discard to her ability. And we got 2 quick thinkings. Here is her signature cards. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually be able to use Wendy's Amulet that well, although I'll probably try the committing Wendy's Amulet to the scavenging, to be able to scavenge it back kind of strategy there. Why don't I generate some random weaknesses? So I'm going to be right back. All right, so I've counted. I have 30 total weaknesses that are valid for standalone mode. So let's start. Let's start with Joe. We're going to get 2. We're going to start with that. That's paranoia. Okay. That shouldn't be that bad. Next, and I'm preventing rerolls with this app if you're curious. 21. So 9, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's a through the gates. If that gets Michael Lee, I'll be very sad. 26. So that's 21, 2, 3, 4. We're skipping these 2. 5, 6. He gets Dendromorphosis. That's bad. Uh-oh. All right. As for Wendy, 28. So that was 26. Campaign 29, 27th, 28. So she gets the tower. Okay. It's not the worst thing in the world since she doesn't have a lot of cards to commit. 24. So that was 28, 27, 26. So this was 25. So 24 was the thing that follows. Interesting. Okay. And finally, 19. So that was 24. 3, 2, 1, 9. Sorry, 29. So she gets an internal injury, which might be an issue. But we'll see how it comes to that. All right, I'm going to go sleeve these up, and we can begin in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. And we are now ready to begin. Okay. Care to try your luck? So, we have first our chaos bag. So, I'm going to go get those tokens and be right back. And here we go. We got a +1, 2 zeros, a -1, 2 -2s, 2 -3s, a -4, a -5, 2 skulls, 1 of each cultist tablet and elder thing, and the auto fail and the elder sign. So let's keep it going. So we have the thing about checkpoints, which we already know from Edge of the Earth. Basically, we'll be able to stop halfway through and save the game state. Alarm level. Ooh, this is new and maybe perhaps a preview for a scenario in the Dream Eaters. The setup of this scenario instructs the players to place 1 doom on each investigator card, marking their current alarm level. As the heist progresses, alarm levels may increase or decrease based on the investigator's actions and decisions. A higher alarm level means the casino is closer to discovering your actions, which will endanger the chances of a successful heist. If an effect raises an investigator's alarm level by any amount, place that much doom next to that investigator's card to represent this. Likewise, if an effect reduces an investigator's alarm level by any amount, remove that much doom from next to that investigator's card. An investigator's alarm level cannot be reduced below 1 or raised above 10. Even though it is marked as using doom tokens, an investigator's alarm level is not doom and does not count towards the agenda's doom threshold. An investigator's alarm level has the following additional effects. Each casino enemy at the location of an investigator with an alarm level of 6 or higher loses aloof. Interesting. All right, we have Isamara Ordonez. Isamara Ordonez is a double-sided story asset card. If Isamara Ordonez leaves play for any reason, or if an investigator that controls Isamara Ordonez is defeated, she is set aside. That makes sense. We got patrol. We've already talked about patrol. We have some things about this. During the scenario, locations are arranged into two main hubs consisting of either public or restricted locations. See page 15 and 26. If an enemy's patrol location is clockwise or counterclockwise, that means that they will move to the connecting location in the clockwise or counterclockwise direction for the hub that they are in. Enemies do not patrol between hubs in this manner unless they move via another method. Interesting. All right. I saw this before a little bit. Game icons. Encounter card abilities in this scenario will sometimes ask an investigator to discard cards from the encounter deck in order to check their game icons. To do so, that investigator discards the specified number of encounter cards and checks the game icons listed on each. The icons will consist of a color, red or black, a suit, hearts, diamonds, spades, or clubs, and a rank, 4 to 10, jack, queen, or king. For the purposes of determining numerical value, jacks, queens, and kings count as 10s. Purposes of determining color, hearts and diamonds are red, and spades and clubs are black. Makes sense? If the encounter deck runs out of cards while checking for game icons, set aside the cards that have already been discarded, shuffle the remainder of the discard pile into the encounter deck, and then continue discarding cards. No cheating for you. Sequential rank on a card effect indicates that the rank of the checked game icons are in consecutive order, i.e. in a row. If a card with no game icons, the rank. Got it. So not the value. So it is as it would make sense if you've played anything with cards. If a card with no game icons is discarded, set it aside and discard an additional card in its place. I don't know. I wonder how that would happen. Maybe Gloria's potential weakness. Note, a rank of A is present on some encounter cards. These particular cards do not enter the encounter deck, and therefore these icons are never used when checking game icons. Interesting. All right, next we got mulligans. Some game locations effects that instruct you to discard cards from the encounter deck will specify that you can take a mulligan. This means that after an investigator discards a specified number of encounter cards and checks their game icons, they can set aside as many of those discarded cards as they wish. Then they discard an equal number of cards as they wish. Then they discard an equal number of cards in the encounter deck to replace the set aside card. So yeah, mulligan rules like we have on our investigator decks. The Wellspring of Fortune. So this is a key from the Scarlet Keys. As far as the general summary, basically, the Wellspring of Fortune is blank in this scenario. And only if we actually were in a Scarlet Keys campaign would it carry over for us. If we took it, of course. All right, well, that is that. Let's go to the story. Intro 1. Man struck by lightning twice, minutes after winning big. The sensational headline is what first grabbed your attention. You might have written it off as just an extraordinary and unlikely event exaggerated to sell papers, if it weren't for the other stories that followed, all centering around the same place. A casino in Monte Carlo called Défi de la Roulette. In addition to the unlucky patron being struck down mere moments after leaving the casino with his winnings, others have also met grisly yet improbable fates, either within or nearby. Upon inquiring further, it seems that this casino appeared quickly and unexpectedly, and the authorities in Monaco have been suspiciously tight-lipped about where exactly it came from and who owns it. Since its opening, the casino has been a magnet for the unnatural and implausible. The more you learn, the more it seems worth it, at least taking a look, to determine whether these events are simply coincidence or the result of something much more sinister. If you're playing it as a side story in a campaign, go to Intro 2. Otherwise, Intro 3. Although you ask around town about the casino for several days, promising leads seem to be scarce. When you visit the casino itself, nothing appears out of place, although your probing questions don't go entirely unnoticed. As you sit in the casino lounge, assessing whether the trip to Monte Carlo was a complete waste of time, and if nothing is amiss here after all, a woman in a striking red dress sits down at your table. You recognize her as Isamara Ordonez, the singer who had performed just moments before, capturing the audience with her hauntingly beautiful voice. A casual smile adorns her face, but her words are sharp and pointed. You're being too careless. We can't talk here. If you want to know the truth, meet me in an hour. She hands you a card with the address of a nearby cafe. She then stands, smoothing out her dress. Thank you so much for the kind words about my performance, she says for the benefit of anyone nearby. Hope to see you again soon. Alright, intro 4. Isamara is wearing a long overcoat of the darkest blue when you meet, her wavy brown hair partially hidden beneath a wide-brimmed hat. Clearly, she is worried about someone recognizing her. You're right to be suspicious about what's happening at Defi, she begins, wasting no time with pleasantries. On the surface, it's a casino like any other, but there's more going on than anyone could guess. Behind the scenes, a cult called the Fortune's Chosen are the ones that really run the show. They are deadly and dangerous. Anyone who has gotten too close to the truth or crossed the casino in some way has met a horrible fate. You ask about the casino owner and how involved he is with this cult. Isamara gives a mirthless smile. Aberon? He is their leader. Not just that, he is the worst of them all. He brought the casino here, but more importantly, he brought the wellspring. Isamara explains that the vault of the casino holds a strange and powerful relic of mysterious origin. If this relic that is responsible for the unlikely events that seem to pop up around the casino. This item is known as the Wellspring of Fortune, and it has the power to manipulate probability and luck. Aberon guards it jealously, as whoever possesses the Wellspring is able to turn fortune to their cause, no matter how selfish and destructive that cause may be. Over time, he has created the loyal cadre of the Fortune's Chosen by granting them some measure of the benefits of the Wellspring. They have come to revere it almost as a god. These true believers can easily be distinguished from the regular casino employees by the distinctive coin medallions they wear around their necks. Aberon trusts me for some reason, and he's even offered me to join. I think he views me as a potential asset, Isamara mutters. You ask Isamara what she would have you do. Steal the Wellspring. Take it far away from here. I don't know how to say it more plainly. As long as it is in Aberon's grasp, he will use it to aggrandize himself even worse. Even worse, I fear that the longer its powers are used, the greater the chance of harm coming to those in the casino. Who knows what seemingly impossible catastrophes it may summon if it is not removed. Her words seem not so much a plea for help as a call to action. You find yourself agreeing to the task, almost without conscious thought. As you move to stand, she stops you with her hand. One last thing. Do not underestimate Aberon. He is a dangerous man. He puts on a face of civility to the world, but underneath that mask there is a barely contained anger that can explode if he feels his prize is threatened. I've seen his temper, and I don't doubt it could drive him to tear a man limb from limb with his bare hands if he had the cause. Left with that cheery thought, you begin planning a heist with the highest stakes. We're gonna skip the stake. I'm just kidding. We're not skipping the stakeout. Of course not. Intro 5. Several days later, you meet with Isamara to discuss a plan for staking out the casino in advance of the heist. Isamara explains what you need to look for as the night of the stakeout approaches, warning that you will not have much time to accomplish everything. You will not have time to accomplish everything. What follows is a summary of the information Isamara conveys to the investigators about the upcoming stakeout of the casino. High rollers are held in high regard. If you throw enough money around, it will open up options during the heist. Okay. There's a lot of shit here. Obtaining a uniform from one of the casino employees could go a long way toward allowing you to pass by unnoticed. Isamara is very invested in the heist, but she is also understandably concerned about getting directly involved. Perhaps you can change her mind. The more money you win, the greater the chances that the casino will have to roll out cash carts for the busy night of the heist. These carts happen to have enough space inside for a person to hide. Somewhere in the casino is a major vent that runs from the public areas directly to the employee areas, bypassing the normal employee entrance. Aberon keeps the keys to his office on his person while making his daily rounds. It's a risk, but if you can get the keys off him, you won't have to find a way into his office later. Okay, this is getting really cool. There is a space within the main hall of the casino that can be used to hide assets for the heist. Any assets placed here will be immediately available when the big night begins. The wellspring of fortune feeds off and manipulates forces of fortune and luck. The more you play games of chance, the easier and faster it will be to gain control of it later. Ooh. Finally, the more clues you can gather about casino operations, the better your chances of keeping a low profile when it comes time for the actual heist, and the more prepared you will be for your role. That's so cool. Okay, before we do setup, let's also do our investigator setup. So, Joe Diamond is going to draw 5 cards. Let's see what they are. Take the initiative. Michael Lee. Shortcut. Take the initiative and Enchanted Blade. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think I'll keep the assets, and I'm going to toss everything else, looking for some economy if possible. Not Paranoia. Stand Together. Well, that is some economy, and honestly, not bad either. So, honestly, that's a pretty good Joe Diamond starting hand, I think. As for Wendy, she will draw her 5 cards. Lockpicks. Ice Pick. A lot of picks, huh? Lockpicks, Ice Pick, Old Keyring, Shed a Light, and Quick Thinking. Jesus, that's crazy. I think I'm definitely tossing the Quick Thinking. Am I tossing the Shed a Light? That is a question. Am I going to be doing investigating? I mean, I obviously like the lock picks. The Ice Pick is nice because it's fast. I don't have the hands to have all 3. So, which one would I get rid of? I think I'll probably get rid of the Old Keyring. We don't have reliable difficulty reduction in this hand. So I'll stick with these. And get 3 more. The other Shed a Light, and we got the Tower. Of course we did. We do get the Guiding Spirit. So, that is something. I'll have to decide how much the Tower is worth it for us. But it doesn't look like I need to commit too much. Alright, gather all cards from the following encounter sets. From the Fortune and Folly encounter sets, I should say. Build the agenda deck using only Agenda 1 and the Act deck using only Act 1. Set the remaining agenda cards and the Act cards aside. And set those two encounter sets aside as well. Alright, so here are our agendas. We're only going to be using Agenda 1. And here are our acts. We're only going to be using Act 1. Sorry, I did that. Oops, that was Agenda 2. Here are the acts. So just Agenda 1 and Act 1. Okay. What's next? Put Casino Floor, Casino Lounge, and High Rollers Table into play with the Calm Night side faced up. Put each other public location into play. See location placement on page 15. Place the Stakeout story card next to the Casino Floor. Each investigator begins playing Casino Floor, Calm Night. Set each restricted location aside out of play. All right, here are those locations. These 3 and then the rest of the public ones. We need to go. I'm gonna go look at the picture of this. Interesting. Okay. I see. So the casino floor is down here. And the slots in the poker table are to the other side. And then above that is Baccarat and Roulette. And then the casino, the High Rollers table is over there. And Casino Lounge is over there. Okay, and also here are the rest of the restricted locations, and those will go set aside. I also need to get the Stakeout story card, which is right here. Put it next to the casino floor. Each investigator begins play the casino floor. Yeah, okay. Put the Isamara Ordonez Lounge Singer story asset into play at the Baccarat table. Inconspicuous side, face up. So, Isamara Ordonez, Lounge Singer, Inconspicuous. Got it. So she will be at the baccarat table. Spawn the aberrant Aregoria Gakoa. My apologies. I'm just going to call him aberrant. Enemy at high rollers table. The man with the ruby ring side face up. All right. That's this guy. We'll get to him. The man with the ruby ring. Yep. High rollers table. All right. What's next? Spawn 1 copy of Casino Guard. My apologies. At roulette wheel. Attach the if the uniform fits story cards to it. If the uniform fits is on the reverse side of the package delivery story card. Okay, well that's just this card. And then we need a security guard. Or sorry, casino guard. So that's that guy. And at the roulette wheel. Each investigator chooses one of the roll story assets and takes control of it. Unpracticed side face up. If there is exactly one investigator in the game, that investigator chooses and takes control of an additional roll story asset. Unpracticed side face up. Remove each other roll story asset not chosen from the game. All right. Let's see what our roles are. We have 4 different roles that we can choose. Because this is the heist after all. We have the face, the muscle, the thief, and the grifter. I already have some ideas, but let's read them. So the face, you can choose willpower or intellect 3, and you can talk to them and reduce an investigator's alarm level by 1. Not bad. Got the muscle. After you defeat a casino enemy, exhaust the muscle. Reduce your alarm level by 1. 2 instead if there are no other casino enemies at your location or connecting location. That's cool. I think I'll probably just give that to Joe. We have the thief. Reaction. When a casino enemy at a connecting location resolves its patrol keyword, exhaust the thief. Change the patrol location of the enemy from clockwise to counterclockwise or vice versa for this move. So you can cause them to move away or, yeah. Casino in a connecting location, yeah. Then there's the grifter. Reaction. When you check game icons while resolving an ability on a game location, exhaust the grifter. Choose one. Raise your alarm level by 1 to change the rank, suit, or color of a discarded game icon to anything. Reduce the alarm level by 1. Interesting. So yeah, I think I will take the muscle and the thief, and we're going to give the muscle to Joe. And we're going to give the thief to Wendy, because that seems thematic. All right. Yep, we did that. Attach the Wellspring of Fortune key. Stable side face up. Where is that? Here it is. Here's the Wellspring of Fortune. To the act deck. Place 14 clues on it. Its text box is considered to be blank for the duration of the scenario. All right. So yeah, I'll just put that underneath here. And we need 14 clues. That's 12 and 2 more. 7 per investigator. All right, set the following cards aside to play. The 3 Fortunes Disfavor story cards, the Cash Cart story asset, the Deck of Possibilities story asset, and Izumara Odonia's story asset, the Torch Singer. That is all of these cards. Place 1 Doom next to each investigator card. Yes, this is our alarm level. I'm going to put it on ourselves. Yes, we already know what that is. Shuffle the random counter cards and we can now ready to begin. All right, well, we are ready to go. I will then shuffle up everything and we will be right back. And we are now ready to begin. So let us read our agenda. The house always watches. You have arrived at Défi de la Roulette. If you are to recover the Wellspring, you must learn all that you can about the casino and the cult that operates it. Forced at the start of the enemy phase, each investigator who is at the same location as a ready casino enemy raises their alarm level by 1. Forced after an investigator defeats a casino enemy, raise that investigator's alarm level by 1. 8 Doom, and that is our only agenda. So that is all we got. Our act, casing the joint. You must tread carefully, as arousing suspicion may ruin your plans before they have even begun. As a reaction, after you trigger the action ability on a game location, remove one clue from the Wellspring of Fortune. 2 clues instead if you gained resources from the game location's ability. Objective: accomplish as many tasks as you can and get out before you are noticed. If each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. Let's talk about our bag. We have 2 skulls, which are a minus X. X is half your alarm level, rounded up. We have 1 cultist, reveal another token. If you fail, raise your alarm level by 1. We have 1 tablet, which is a minus 3. If you fail, the nearest enemy moves once towards you. Wow. And we have 1 elder thing, which is a minus 5. You may raise your alarm level by 1 to automatically succeed instead. Fascinating. You're starting at the casino floor, calm night. 2 shrouds, 0 clues. As an action, resign. It's time to get out of here. As an action, place an asset from your hand or play area face down beneath casino floor as part of your crew's stash for the heist. Limit once per turn. Standing in the center of the casino floor is overwhelming, with its dazzling interior and the clamor of well-to-do patrons. Okay, let's read some of these story cards as well. So, the stakeout. Each of the following is a task that can be completed in Fortune and Folly Part 1. An investigator found event, impersonated a high roller, convinced Izamara to participate in the heist, obtained an employee uniform, stole Aberrant's keys, and cleaned out the house. Force, when an investigator is eliminated by defeat or resignation, place each of the investigator's clues on this story card instead of placing them at their location. Makes sense. Okay, let us read this casino guard. Queen of Clubs. 3 fight, 3 health, 2 evade, humanoid casino. Aloof, patrol, counterclockwise. Spawn at the high roller's table or guard room, whichever is nearest to you. This one's at the roulette wheel, though. Forced, after you raise your alarm level while at casino's guard's location, take a damage. This one has a uniform that we can steal. This casino employee looks like they are wearing a uniform in your size. As an action, fight. Perform this attack only on the attached enemy. Test 3 combat. If you succeed, attached enemy has been knocked out. Read the section below. If you fail, raise your alarm level by 1. If attached enemy leaves play, remove the story card from the game. Okay. Yeah, so we can knock him out by fighting him. Do I need to engage him to do that? It's a fight action. I guess we'll figure it out. Okay, there's also the casino lounge up here. 5 shroud, 2 per clues. As an action, if there are no clues on casino lounge, test 3 agility. If you succeed, remember that you found event. The sumptuous lounge area boasts culinary delights, a stage suitable for all manner of entertainment, and countless tables for conducting business, both legal and illicit. All right. Over here we have Aberrant and the High Rollers table. Let's read High Rollers table first. 3 shroud, 2 per clues. As an action, if there are no clues here, spend 4 resources. Remember that you impersonated a high roller. Discard the top 5 cards in the encounter deck and check their game icons. You may mulligan once. If all 5 cards have the same suit or sequential rank, so we're looking for a flush or a straight, or if 4 of the cards have the same rank, so we're looking for 4 of a kind, gain 8 resources. Oh my goodness. So we don't have to succeed on that, but we can just impersonate someone. All right, Aberrant, the man with the ruby ring. He is the Ace of Diamonds. No stats. Humanoid casino. Coterie. Elite. Oh, he's a coterie member. Aloof. Patrol clockwise. Forced. When you engage Aberrant, immediately advance the agenda. Yeah, don't do that. As an action, test agility 3. If you fail, raise your alarm level by 1. If you succeed, discard the top card of the encounter deck and check its game icons. If its color is red, remember that you stole Aberrant's keys. Wow. That's a 50-50. Okay. Lastly, we got Izamara Ordonez, the lounge singer. She's currently at the Baccarat table. As an action, parlay, test willpower X, where X is the highest alarm level among the investigators. If you succeed, place a clue from the token pool on Izamara Ordonez. Then if there are 1 per clues on her, remember that you convince Izamara to participate in the heist. Okay, thinking that we might want to go there as soon as possible, since our alarm level will be the lowest it will be right now. All right, we are ready to begin. It is the investigation phase, so we will flip over Joe's hunch. You got a hunch. Okay. I'm thinking we want to have Joe go first. So Joe is going to play a stand together so that each of them will gain 2 resources. Joe is then going to play Michael Lee. 4. Is he going to get a weapon out? Probably would be good. Or he could move on. Yeah, we would waste the working a hunch if we didn't. Well, that's assuming there's clues there. There's probably not clues there, to be honest. So yeah, we'll play an Enchanted Blade. And as this turn, working a hunch will get shuffled into his deck. All right. Wendy, you're gonna play some stuff. So you're gonna play some lockpicks. I think we'll also fast out this ice pick. So that's 4 resources. And 1 action. Second action. Let's move over here to the poker table. The poker tables are constantly in demand, each game filled with players from around the continent and the world. Clattering fills the air from around as piles of chips are relentlessly pushed and stacked, each one a bet against destiny. The air is thick with smoke, sweat, and the tension of a good bluff. Oh, there are clues here. Dang it. 3 shroud, 1 per clues. As an action, spend 2 resources. Discard the top 5 cards. You may mulligan. If all 5 cards have sequential rank, 3 or more have the same rank. So a straight or a 3 of a kind. There were 2 clues there. Well, let's investigate. Or we could. I mean, that gets more money. Which we do actually need more money. Spend 2 to get 5, so it's an emergency cash. It's not the worst thing in the world. Alternatively, I could move straight to Izamara. That probably is what we need to do. Yeah, let's just move to the Baccarat table. Baccarat has been popular among French nobility and aristocrats for over a century, perhaps longer. Even in this casino, this seems to remain true, with the most well-dressed and ostentatious sitting around the Baccarat tables. Ostentatious. 4 shroud, 1 per clues. As an action, spend 2 resources. Name player, banker, or tie. Discard the top 2. If the combined value of their rank is higher than 18, player wins. Less than 18 is the banker wins if it's a tie. If you get it, you get 4. Okay. And Izamara is here. Yep. All right, let's go to enemy phase. Patrol. Casino enemy. So this guy's going to move that way. We could alternatively move him towards us and potentially try and steal his keys. We'd have to leave before we stayed. Otherwise, we would raise our alarm level. I think we'll just take our time, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, we wouldn't have much to commit to. It would be 4 against 3. That's not great. So, yeah, this guy will move clockwise. This guy will move counterclockwise. All right, let's go to upkeep. Joe will draw, take the initiative. That's good. Wendy will draw, scavenging. Well, that does align with our plan. All right, we are 1 doom out of 8. Joe is our lead investigator, so he will go first. He draws inconvenient questioning. Revelation, if there are no non-unique casino enemies in play, it gains surge. Otherwise, the nearest non-unique casino enemy moves once towards you, and you test intellect 3. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this guy moves here, because he's non-unique. Joe will then test intellect 3. If you fail, raise your level by 1 each non-unique casino enemy location. Lose aloof until the end of this round. Okay. So, nothing else will happen, basically. But if he fails, he will fail. So he's currently 5 to 3 with Michael Lee. That's a tablet. If you fail, the nearest enemy moves once towards you. Okay. So we do fail, so this guy will move once towards us. Additionally, we will raise our alarm level by 1. Yeah. So I don't think this guy loses a lift because he's not at our location. Each non-unique casino enemy at your location loses a lift. Yeah, so there's no non-unique enemies at our location, so nothing happens. As for Wendy, she draws a suspicious gaze. Revelation test agility 3. If you fail, you must either take damage equal to half your alarm level rounded up or raise your alarm level by 1. Okay, she's testing 4 to 3. -4, she fails. She will take 1 damage because that is half your alarm level rounded up. That's totally okay. All right. I think Joe might try and take this guy's stuff. Yeah. Joe's going to move to the slot machines. Several rows of machines stand to one side, hooking unwary souls into an endless cycle of spend and pull. Spend and pull, spend and pull. No skill or finesse needed here, just raw submission to the whims of fortune. 2 shroud, 1 per clues. As an action, spend a resource. Discard the top 3 cards in the encounter deck and check their game icons. If all 3 have the same suit or same rank, gain 3. Wow. That's terrible. Yeah, don't do that. Makes sense. So, let's see. Let's read this fight again. Fight action, performs attack only on the attached enemy. I think that does mean that we need to engage him. So we're going to do that. Joe is going to engage the guy, and we're going to try this fight action. So we are currently 5 to 3. We're going to commit this take the initiative. That has 2 icons because we've only taken 1 action so far. So that's 7 to 3. Ooh, don't want to beat the -5? Probably. Yeah, I'm going to commit this Brandon Kathaga. So we are 8 to 3. Oh, that's a -4. All right. So we do knock this guy out. So let's read what it says. Attached enemy is knocked out. Remember that you obtained an employee uniform. Raise your alarm level by 1 if another enemy is at your location or a connecting location. Nope. Discard the attached enemy. Remove this story card from the game. Excellent. Remove this card from the game. Great. Joe did something. Yay. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot his hunch. Working a hunch. Well, we could just get a clue. There's probably a clue at the roulette wheel as well. So yeah, I'm gonna bank on the fact that the roulette wheel probably has a higher shroud. Roulette seems to be the favorite of many patrons and of the establishment itself. The casino is named after this icon of Monte Carlo gambling, after all. 3 shroud, 1 per clue. Spend a resource, name a color and a rank, then discard the top card in the counter deck. Check its game icons. If it matches that name, color, and rank, gain 5. Jesus! That's so tough. Gloria, you'd be awesome at this. Yeah, we will work you a hunch for free to just get this clue. All right, Wendy, you're going to talk to Izamara. You're 4 to 2 now. That's unfortunate. That's okay. 4 to 2. -3, fail. Anything happens if you fail? No. Okay. So we'll just try again. Jesus, -5. All right. Skull is a -1, so we will get 1 corner. That's their turns. This guy will move clockwise. He is still aloof. And let's go to upkeep. Joe will draw a vicious blow. Wendy will draw a lucky. Oh, that's good. We are 2 out of 8 doom. And let's draw an encounter card. Joe will draw Arcane Spotlight. Revelation attached to the nearest location without a copy of Arcane Spotlight attached. Forest. After you enter attached location, raise your alarm level by 1. Forest. At the end of the round, each investigator at attached location raises their alarm level by 1. Discard Arcane Spotlight. Ugh. So that's going to stay here, and we're probably never going to go back there. That's probably what's going to have to happen. Wendy will draw another Suspicious Gaze. Okay, she can take another damage. She is 4-3. -5. She will take another damage because she only has 1 alarm level. All right, Wendy, I believe in you. Let's do it. 4-2. 4-2. Let's go. Yay! -2. We did it. So we have convinced Izamara to participate in the heist. That's good. Okay, I want to get one of these, I think. So probably the high rollers table. We'll have the money for it when we do it. Yeah. Okay. So second action, move up here. Do we play Scavenging first? Oh, I'm sorry. We should have looked at Joe's deck. No stone a turn. What would he want? I don't know. This is tough. I think we will... We'll just investigate with Wendy. So we're going to lock picks, and I'm also going to ice pick. So we have 8-3. Yep, 7 plus 1. Skull is a -1. We'll succeed by 4. I will discard this ice pick to get 2 clues. That's Wendy's turn. Joe. What you doing? Probably move up. Maybe try and investigate. 5-5, huh? That's pretty bad. I think it will move 1, 2. And then let's investigate here. Yeah. So we are 5-3. Not bad. Elder Sign. Ooh. All right. I will move that Working a Hunch to the bottom of the hunch deck. That's pretty nice. We'll get a clue, and we'll put an evidence on Michael Lee. Sick. Enemy phase. This guy will move clockwise. And we'll go to upkeep. He will draw his Time-Worn Brand. So the issue is I don't know if I want to play it because Dendromorphosis. But we'll see what happens. Wendy will get a Resourceful, which is useless right now because of the tower. Probably want to play the tower at some point. All right, we are 3 Doom out of 8. Counter card for Joe. Security Patrol. Spawns Casino Lounge or Security Office. 3/2/3. Forced. After it moves to your location during the enemy phase, raise your alarm level by 1. Casino Lounge or Security Office. Casino Lounge is over there. Okay, we might need to just kill that guy. Wendy will draw another suspicious gaze. Wow, you're getting lucky with these. You're 4-3. I think I'm technically okay with just taking another damage. Cultist. Oh god. let's see a -1. Skull is a -1, so we're good. Sick. Okay. Yeah, I think Joe's gonna just kill that guy. Move, engage, fight. And that's fine, because we'll raise our alone level by 1, but then we will use the muscle to reduce it by 2. Yep. Let's see our... Oh, sorry, I should have shuffled this in at the end of the last investigation phase. I always forget to do Joe's stuff. It's like an extra step. Alright, let's see what Joe gets. If it's a working a hunch, then I'll gladly just take the clue right now. Although I could probably take it over there as well. Breach the door. Oh! Oh! Okay. Anyway, let's have Joe go next. He's gonna move. He's gonna engage. He's gonna spend a charge on the enchanted blade to empower it and attack. So he is 4, 5, 6, 7 to 3. Seven to 3. Ooh, that's a +1. Wow. So this guy will die. We raise our alarm level by 1, but we will then exhaust the muscle to reduce it by 2 because there are no other casino enemies at our locations or connecting locations. So instead we just reduce it by 1. Sweet. That's Joe's turn. Didn't have a chance to play the breach door, but that's okay. All right, Wendy, you're going to start by playing the tower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Spend 4 resources. Okay, maybe I should have done that. This should be ready. I guess we'll just, maybe that was a bad idea. Maybe I don't do that. Maybe I just don't do that. Okay. I'm going to say that I spent them because, just for a second. So we're investigating with lockpicks. We are 7 to 3 currently. -5. I'll lucky out of that. Just for tempo's sake. So we'll get this clue. I do break a pick also, because I only succeeded by 1. And then I will spend the 4 resources there. Yeah, so top 5. We're looking for a straight, a flush, or a 4 of a kind. So here's 5 cards. Oh, we're close. Oh my goodness. So top 5, check their game. Okay, maybe looking once, 4, 5, the same suit. Super away, 4 of a kind. Yeah, okay. Do I get rid of the 9 and hope for a 10? I mean, it's either that or you discard these 2 and hope for 2 hearts, right? Yeah, there's no way I'm getting a 4 of a kind out of this. I don't think. Can we count cards? Yeah, this casino allows us to count cards probably. There's been a lot of black out. So the chances of 2 hearts is not terrible. Oh, man, that's a risk. I think I'm going to go for the 10. I'm going to get rid of this 9. And we're hoping for a 10. You ready? Here we go. It's a queen. Oh, my God. Wrong direction. Also, when I go into heart. So we lost this anyway. It's okay. So we didn't have the thing. We didn't get the stuff. However, we did impersonate a high roller. Oh yeah, let me put a horror on that. So let's see. We impersonate a high roller. He convinced Izumara. Or I guess we should put this there. Put this there. We got the uniform. And yeah. How do we clean out the house? Oh, if we got enough money, I guess. Anyway, we will move a clue from the Wellspring of Fortune because you did take the action. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, how would we clean out the house? Is it on here? Actually, I'm genuinely curious. Maybe it'll happen somewhere else. All right. That was Wendy's first action, and then second action. So then she will move over here. So this should be shuffled in. Okay. Patrol. Game. So it skips this one, I think. Is that right? Yeah, they're the hubs. I think. Let me just double check that. Oh no, never mind. No, it does. It does go there. That makes sense. Okay. Good. As a reminder, I'm playing this blind, so forgive me if I make any mistakes. Okay. Let's go to upkeep. Joe will draw another Brannick Thugga. It's a weapon. Wendy will draw her amulets. She can't commit it, so not very useful. Alrighty. 4 Doom out of 8. Joe's encounter card is another security patrol. I guess we'll just keep him there. Wendy's card is the House Dealer. 2/1/2 Humanoid Casino. Aloof patrol counterclockwise. While House Dealer is ready, each ability on its location costs an additional action to trigger. Ugh. Okay, that's a problem. Because now I can't kill them. Counterclockwise, clockwise. So they're going to split up. Interesting. Play, engage. Oh, that works. During the enemy phase. Yeah. Okay. Joe's just gonna kill people. Okay. Joe's first action. Yeah. Joe's first action is gonna be play a guard dog. Oh, also I need to see what his hunch is. That was still on turn. Okay, whatever. We're gonna use the guard dog to engage House Dealer, have her deal a horror to the guard dog, dealing a damage back. So that does kill the House Dealer, which raises his alarm level. Second action, engage the security patrol. Third action, swing with the blade. We are 4, 5, 6, 7 to 3. 7 to 3. So -3. So we will defeat this guy. That raises our alarm level again, but then we will use the reaction on the muscle to reduce it by 2 now since there are no more enemies. So it'll go back down to 1. Okay, we're the muscle. We know how to get things done. Okay. Fortunately, that's all we know to do. So, Wendy. I mean, yeah, I guess so. I wish I had played the tower last turn. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to do it. We're gonna gain 2 resources and play the tower. That's our turn. Enemy phase. This guy will move clockwise. Let's ready our stuff and go to upkeep. Joe will draw a shortcut. Oh, that's pretty good. Wendy will draw Gumption. That's good. We do have a Shadow Light in our hand. So I don't know if we can get there. Okay, so we are 6 out of... No, sorry, we are 5 out of 8. So we're still okay. Joe's going to draw Avarice Calls. Peril. There's that 10 that we needed. Revelation. You must either choose one. Take 2 horror. Test Willpower X, where X is half your alarm level rounded up. If you succeed, gain 2 resources. If you fail, take 2 horror and raise your alarm level by 1. Ooh. Interesting. Sure. He'll do the test. Oh, it's Peril. Never mind. So he's either 2 to 1, or he just takes 2 horror. We'll just take 2 horror. Put it on Michael. Wendy will draw a Casino Guard. High Roller's Table or the Guard Room. After you raise your alarm, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. Or the Guard Room. Oh, that's over there. And he goes clockwise, so he's going to find us. Okay. Okay. Wendy, you're going to go first. You are going to... This is tough. You're going to investigate with lockpicks. Committing resourceful. So you are currently 8 to 5. That's pretty good. There's only... Well, there's 3 tokens in there, but... Oh, sorry. What is your freaking hunch? The unsolved case. Okay, that's fine. We don't need experience. Okay, we're 3 up. Is that what I said? We are 8 to 5. Yeah. Skull. That's a -1. So we still succeed by 2 as well. So that's good. Resourceful will bring back my ice pick. And we will get our clue. Okay. Fast, we're going to play the ice pick. And we'll investigate using the ice pick. We're currently 4 to 5. We're going to commit Gumption and Wendy's Amulet to go 6 to 3. That's a 0. All right. So we will get both. We'll get 2 clues because I'm going to discard the ice pick. Yeah. Okay. Probably gonna. After this, I think we'll probably need to start heading back. Joe, can you help at all? No, you're 5 all. It's not good enough. Okay. If we had 3 turns, yeah, okay, that works. That's Wendy's turn. Joe, you are going to move here. You're going to engage this guy. You're going to swing with the Enchanted Blade and also use Michael Lee. So you're currently 5 plus 2 is 7 to 3. It's -2. So this guy will die. We will raise our alarm level, and then we will reduce our alarm level with the muscle. That's all of our turns. This guy will move here. And let's go to upkeep. Oh, this will also get put out here. He will draw another Time Worn Brand. Okay, we're going to try and put that as an asset in our stash, I think. Seems good. Wendy will draw Backpack 2. It's pretty useless at this point. We're going 6 doom out of 8. I think should be able to get this. Let's see. Wendy goes 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Interesting. It'll be just barely enough, assuming nothing else goes wrong, of course. All right, let's draw our encounter cards. Joe will draw another security patrol, casino lounge, or security office. So that spawns there. That's fine. We'll let it alone. Wendy will draw obsessed gambler. Put it into play in your threat area. At the end of your turn, take a horror if you did not gain resources this turn. Then test 3. Willpower. Okay, sorry. That's fine. We can take horror. Okay, Wendy, it's all up to you. Yeah. So we're going to investigate. That puts us at 7 to 5. We're going to commit these 3 cards to go 10 to 5. This is the last thing we need to do, because we're not going to get his keys. I don't think. -3. So we succeed by 2. I get the clue. All right. We're going to test this. We're going to commit this backpack. So that puts us at 5 to 3. That's all we got. That is all we got. All we got. Let's do it. Come on. -2. Let's go. So we succeed. So we found a vent. Okay, last action. I think we can go there and Joe can shortcut Wendy in. Because then she can go 1, 2, resign. Joe can then go 1, 2, 3. And then next turn, he can do stuff. Okay. So yeah, Wendy will move here. Let's put a horror on this to say that we've done it. That's her turn. She takes a horror because she did not gain a resource. She's going to test this. 4 to 3. 0. Okay. We'll discard it. Okay. Oh, sorry. Hunch. No, sorry. Turn. Whatever. Joe, you're going to shortcut Wendy down here. Yeah. Then, Joe, first action, move here. Second action, move here. Third action, move here. Yeah. Okay. Start of the enemy phase. Wendy is at a location with a casino enemy. So she will raise her alarm level by 1. That's okay. 2 out of 10 is fine. Then this guy will move clockwise. This guy will move counterclockwise. And that's that. Let's go to our last upkeep. Dendro. I knew it. Wendy will draw another lockpicks. That's a card. All right. 7 doom out of 8. Last doom we got. Joe. Avarice calls. We'll take 2 horror. Wendy. Inconvenient questioning. There is a non-unique one. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. This guy moves once towards us. Okay. Jesus. We have to commit this lockpicks. We're going 4 to 3. If we fail, then he loses aloof. And, well, it won't kill us, so that's probably fine. I still don't want to raise your alarm level. 4 to 3. 4 to 3. Oh, shit. Okay. We'll pass. Okay. It would have raised our alarm level once more, but it would have been fine. Okay. Wendy, your turn. Move, resign. You're out. So. And then one more. We got 7 clues from Wendy. It's pretty nice. Joe, I think you're gonna put some things in the stash. Yeah. You can put Michael Lee in the stash, and I'm definitely doing that. It's just asset. Hand or play area. Okay, Michael Lee, you're part of the stash. You're also going to put this Brandon Kathuga in the stash. You're not a game. Good. Then you will resign. Could I have put Dendron? It cannot leave play. Alrighty. That is that scenario. If each investigator has resigned, we advance. So let me also put these clues up here. There's 2 more, so we get 9 total. Don't know if that's good. I guess we'll find out. We only gambled once. If each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. With one last parting glance, you exit the casino. You're confident that none of the dealers or security suspected you for anything other than what you pretended to be. Just another hopeful gambler. Regardless of any money that you made or lost tonight, your real winnings will be the information that you were able to gather. You hope that it will be enough to prepare you for the improbable scheme that you must now concoct and pull off. Each investigator who's defeated raises their alarm level by 2. No one was defeated. If the investigators as a group possess 10 per or more resources, remember that you cleaned out the house. Okay, we did not do that. And we go to R2. R2 is here. You hope that you were able to learn and accomplish you hope that what you were able to learn and accomplish tonight will be enough. You can at least rest a little easier knowing that the staff did not seem to take any special interest in you. That will make it easier to keep a low profile when the heist begins in earnest. Investigators cannot spend experience or alter their decks in between Fortune and Folly Part 1 and Part 2. Proceed to checkpoint the plan. Do not clean up the game yet. Plan 1. With the stakeout completed, the time has come to plan out the actual heist. There are only a few days until Saturday night at Défi de la Roulette, the busiest night of the week and the perfect time to get lost in a crowd. The plan for the heist is simple, at least in theory. With the casino staff and security occupied by the Saturday crowd, you will first enter the public areas just as you did last time. There, you will try to avoid notice as much as you can while completing any needed tasks. Once that's done, you will slip into the restricted areas in the back of the casino that are reserved for staff. This area holds the vault itself, where the Wellspring of Fortune is located. According to Izamara, the vault door is not only secured by solid steel, but also held shut by some kind of energy. If that wasn't enough, it is constantly monitored by guards, patrols, and the cultists of the Fortune's Chosen. It will take a carefully executed plan and some improvisation to succeed against all odds. With only a short time to gather supplies and practice the approach, there may not be enough time to rest and recuperate from your first tangle with the casino. Proceed to the plan 2 if you wish to play the next part of the scenario immediately, which we will do, because I don't need to clean up. With a deep breath, you make your final preparations. Check the total amount of damage and horror on each investigator. If any investigator has 6 or more combined damage and horror, remember that the investigators needed time to rest. We have 2 on... if any investigator has 6 or more. So we have 2 on Joe and 3 on Wendy. So we're good. For every 1 per clues on the stakeout story card at the conclusion of part 1, we have 9 clues there. So we have these. We can do this 4 times. The investigators as a group choose one of the following options. Reduce each investigator's alarm level by 1, or choose a roll card that was under an investigator's control when the game ended. Flip the chosen card to a practice side. Okay, so we can do this, basically all of it. So we can reduce Wendy's alarm level back to 1. So they can't go any lower. And we will practice each of the muscles and the thieves. So just for reference, the muscle practice after you defeat a casino enemy. Actually, I'll probably read this next time, so we'll get to that. But it seems cool. Two instead of there are not other casino. Oh, interesting. Okay, I see. Gather the face-down assets from beneath casino floor that were part of the stash for the heist. Each investigator takes the stash assets that they own and sets them aside. So yes, these will be set aside before we draw. Do not remove any locations from play. All tokens of these locations are removed and all cards of these locations, except the Wellspring of Fortune, Izamara, Odonias, and Abaran. Sorry, what? All tokens at these locations are removed, and all cards at these locations, except the Wellspring of Fortune, Isomara, Odonias, and Aberrin, are discarded as normal. Reset each investigator's deck and the encounter deck. Proceed to part 2. Okay. Well, we will get on with that next time. So, yeah, next time we're going to finish the heist. If you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. It really helps out the channel. This has been SuperFang99, signing off.